Hey everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim. We are here on Bessie Beneath, and well, this is going to probably be our last stream on Bessie Beneath and the Debt-Free Farm Challenge, just because, well, we've got something special coming up in October, as we've kind of talked about. Back to Joe's versus Bros. We're going to do something a little different. Got the big crone square baler from the Straw Harvest pack. Got the free bale accumulator, and we have some hay. So I kind of realized that I had, well, I really shouldn't have mowed the hay when I did, because it was kind of late in the day. And by the time that I got it windrowed, too late in the day to really be baling it, to then be picking it up and wrapping it. That's what we were going to do with it. So I left it overnight, worried that it just might turn into hay, and it has. Hey Isaac, hey Paul, what's up? So we're going to bale hay. We're going to haul it off and sell it. Not kind of the ideal thing, but deal with what we've been given. Then once we're done that, well, there are a ton of fertilizing contracts we can take advantage of. We got some pretty good money for the leftover silage bales. We sold last stream. I think it was just about $10,000. Those bales. Thought I would try to bale the kind of the interior of the field first, work my way out. And I figure that's going to be a little bit easier to get around then. Yeah, you've never seen weeds in a grass field? Hey Carlos, what's up? Yeah, weeds will grow in any field that's fertilizable. That should be a word. That you can fertilize this, then there's the prospect of weeds. I used this baler and the accumulator and the bale grapple quite a bit in 17. Realized I really hadn't used it much in 19. I had already leased the Kloss square baler when I decided I really would prefer to do this, because I thought maybe collecting the bales 3 at a time would be easier. Really haven't been the most efficient with our money. Long thing and these bale collisions on the hedges. Permanent open fence. Annoying. Only bought 8 bales of twine. I figured that was going to be more than enough. The amount of bales we're going to do. Hey, Game RUK. What's up? Gamer UK. Doesn't turn the best either. Hey, Darren, how you doing? That is... You mean the little squares at the top? On this map, I haven't used them. I haven't used the bunkers on this map other than to store silage bales. So it's part of enhanced vehicle. Is a mod that displays additional information like fuel usage is in the right box. The current fuel usage liters per hour, and then we have the def fuel level in blue, and the bottom level is the fuel level expressed as a numeric value. The box on the left is showing the repair level of everything that's attached as a percent. And then at the very bottom is the total weight. First value is the weight of the tractor, 7.5 tons. And then the total weight of this whole contraption is 26 tons. I think this tractor is maybe a little underpowered for this baler. So it's over at modhoster.com. Been out for quite a long time. You also have the ability to engage or disengage four-wheel drive. You have the ability to engage diff locks. In the base game, you have always on four-wheel drive basically. This allows you to have the capability of turning it on and off. All right, so we got what, 7 bales out of that field. we'll have to go through straight. What y'all think of the mods released today? Didn't really see anything too terrible much. Exciting. Yep, this is going to be probably the final stream of the Debt-Free Farm Challenge. We're going to be busy in October. As I've said before, November is going to be predominantly occupied with the alpine farming release. First with the alpine farming map, and then probably moving over to the other alpine style map that was released way back when the alpine farming expansion was also announced. Why seeing 20 or something? And who knows what on earth December will have in store. We've got 12 maps before I hit 200 first impression videos for Farm Sim 19. I'm more than expecting us to have more than 12 maps before the end of the year. So it's kind of like, who knows? This is what's going to be in store for the end of November, December time frame. Well, Grizz, it went and dried out on me before I could bale it as grass. Plain and simple. I should have paid attention to what time of day it was before I started mowing. If I did, I probably would have realized that realistically I didn't have enough time to mow all 4 fields, get all 4 fields windrowed, baled, and wrapped for nightfall, which definitely didn't have enough time to do. Could have probably baled maybe a third of the fields before it got too dark, and I definitely wouldn't have had enough time to wrap them all the bales that I baled. And basically once you bale grass, it starts to deteriorate. I didn't want all those grass bales deteriorating, losing volume overnight. They wouldn't have all vanished. It definitely wouldn't have been 4,000 liters. So I was like, well, let's risk it and let's leave it on the field overnight. Right out overnight. Even though we have white crop icon up there. Basically turned to hay sometime this morning. But we kind of have the deal that we've been dealt. Isn't that the way it is? When you want hay, you can't get it. You don't necessarily want hay, it shows up. It really depends on the time of year. Okay, so it's a lot easier to have hay in the summer than it is in the spring. And making hay in middle to late autumn is near impossible. Oh, don't pay attention to that pole. Yeah, so we'll get less money than we could have, but hey, it doesn't really matter, does it? What's up, GoldenEye? This is working pretty good. Baling the middle of the field first. Don't have to worry about bales being in our way. We've already gone through 2 bales of twine. So it's raining here again in real life. Some folks haven't been able to get hardly any rain all summer, and well, it seems like here it's rained at least twice a week for spring, summer, now autumn. Total of 20 bales. I kind of like the bale counter down there. Yeah, this thing is barely pulling up that hill. Oh, it's not a spot. Raining all afternoon and evening. Nice steady rain, nothing nasty like a hard downpour or anything, but what you would call the soaker. Frustrating because the last 2 days, my youngest teacher has been supposedly going to come around and do a little prize patrol and drop off prizes for the kids that they've earned in virtual school. And supposed to be bringing by some stuffed animal that's kind of like the classroom mascot. All the kids can take pictures with it. And each time it's like, well, we're not going to do it because it's raining. And it's frustrating. You get so excited. And then it's just dashed. I think he's depressed now. And you get your hopes up so many times and then they get dashed. It's like, well, excitement's over. It's almost like the dare I say, it's almost like a millennial farmer map experience. I did see a post where apparently some updates have been made for PC, and they've been sent for review. Not for review of Giants, but for review of Mapper's Paradise. Apparently there's like this independent contractor that's been working on the map. They've sent some changes to Mapper's Paradise to review for upload. I don't know, I haven't looked at the radar. Frustrating, because the other day I looked and it was like no rain in sight for at least a week. Had rain yesterday, we've had rain today. I don't know if it's associated with any storm that came through or what. Hey, Rambo J, what's up? Really, these small fields are best accessed with a round baler. This big long behemoth. You missed ATS yesterday? Well, we'll be back on ATS once the new Western Star truck drops. That was announced today. Watch the little video that they released. Looks like a pretty nice looking truck. Lots of cool real features in the real life version. Be interesting to see if they bring any of those into the virtual truck, like the little indicator that someone's beside you on the mirror, lane keeping notifications. Bunch of other electronical features. All right, one more field. Oh, you're watching us in 4K. Well, going a little bit off scaling. I'm sending it out in 1440. Glad it's looking good. Hey, David, what is up? How is it down under? We're in our spring. That means you're in your... No, we're in our fall. You're in your spring. Always seems strange to think about those in the southern hemisphere having, you know, things like Christmas in the middle of summer. Oh, you've got your new monitor on order. Well, Raznik posted a thing. For me, how many hours? 47 and a half. Be streaming No Man's Land Thursday at 9 o'clock. Two days from now, half hour earlier. When I normally start streaming in 2 days. Yeah. So however that translates. Down to 4 bales of twine. Looks like we're going to have enough. I was just going to buy 4 bales, but then I was like, I don't know. If I need to wait on the front, why this thing isn't turning? It's just not turning because of the big bale accumulator on the back. 43-inch ultra wide. Oh my gosh. Gonna be grinning ear to ear. To ear. What kind of excuse did you make up for work to pay for it? I need all that screen real estate so I can better lay out things. Claim it on your. How do you claim it on your taxes? Unless it has some work benefit. Are those Australian taxes funny? I'll need to remember to claim the laptop I bought for work. And I use it 3 days a week for work. It's not just Trump, trust me. News folks that want to point at Trump for doing something related to taxes turn a blind eye to the other side of the aisle. Tax evasion has no party. It is universally freely accepted. It is the universal truth of rich people. All right, well, that's going to do us. Really shouldn't have unloaded that there, but okay. Alright, so yeah, good thing I bought 8 bales of twine versus 4. If I was smart, I would not have leased. A wrapper. Now we can't use it. Did get the bale grab. I hope we have enough junk in the trunk to pick up 3 bales at a time. And where do we even go? Look at all these fertilizing contracts. Money is just waiting on us, but we had bales to pick up. Where do we sell bales at? Oh. $100, so $400 a bale? Really? Where's the barn? $400 a bale. I think I'll just sell them here at the biogas plant. Let's see, what is it? Is it Y? Alright, let's go see how much we need to get a weight. Whoa! Okay. Oh, we have to wait till tomorrow. Alright, let's go get a weight. Bring these bales over here to the biogas plant. We were losing a little bit of money. We're losing $50. We're losing $200 a bale because it's hay versus silage. But we're able to get that money right away versus having to wait till spring. So it's kind of a trade-off, money now versus money later. I wish the hose would still hook up, like there was some sort of extension that would happen. In 17 there was like a weight that had like weights you put on it, and it had a hitch, and it had like a hose pass through. I don't know if that ever came out for 19. Well, it's $100 per 1,000 liters, so $400 a bale. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we sold the cows Saturday, maybe Tuesday. Yeah, Saturday I think we sold the cows. We would have sold them the first day of mid-spring. Let's see, how do we do? $63,000 in animal money. Was 6 over here? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the baler was for the straw harvest pack. Same with these grapples. Grapples are nice because, well, they pick up 3 bales at a time. There is a wheel loader variant of the bale grapple that holds 5 bales. 5 bales to me doesn't make any sense, because the bale accumulator unloads 3 bales side by side. If you use a 5 bale grapple, you're always kind of 1 bale short, 1 bale over. You can't take 3 packs and put them together. Now, if you had a flatbed that had 5 bales across or 6 bales across, yeah, you can pick up 5 at a time. But you can see how this grapple, even if you're just mildly proficient with loader or telehandler, really move a lot of bales pretty quick. Let's go load it up again. Many bales over here. Oh. What do we got back there? 1, 2, 3, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonder if we can go 4 high. Try it. Go. Oh, look at that canola field over there. feel if we did a second year on this map, we were really hitting our stride. Just so disappointed that there's no baling contracts. Well, bales. Back that quick. Take it easy. Bit top heavy. I really think this field should have been a little further away from the hedge. Really isn't a way to get around without stomping on crop. Definitely an oversized load. So we are at capacity on the biogas plant. We're going to let it burn. Chew through that a little bit. So we will. This. Oh, 120 hours. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. We don't have that much hours on this. But yeah. And it's not quick. Not a quick gameplay style. Yeah, I mean, how long do you all typically do a save game? So your typical save games, how long are they? Oh, there's 5. I think what must be probably some of the most frustrating aspects of map making is that most map makers spend probably easily a couple thousand hours on making a map, and probably most folks spend less than 100 hours of time on any given map. There's obviously going to be exceptions. The case. Just the idea that so many people are so fast to jump maps. I don't know. It's like, do you feel that you have to play every map that comes out? Sometimes I get that impression that folks are really pining from one map to the next. Okay, what's next? What's next? Let's say doing this all manually. Pretty quick. Quick job. So in 17, I didn't really play a lot of maps. Played a lot of maps for a lot of hours. Probably the total number of maps played was probably less than 10. '19, I kind of made a little promise to myself that I would play more maps in general. Of course, that means that you spend less time on any one given map. Oh, wobbly load, wobbly load. Alright, so we're going to have to let that cook for a little bit. And while we do, I'm going to do some fertilizing. And we're going to say goodbye. Goodbye. That equipment. And we should be able to definitely buy that field with the Bale income and our fertilizing income if we were going to continue to play on the map. Alright, so we took it out on field 7. That's behind the shop. So what do y'all think of the Ambassador Network logo down there in the corner? I stuck it on there for the stream. I think it's kind of subtle and out of the way. Tried adding it to the YouTube banner graphic, but that was just a miserable failure. So I'm just trying to think of ways to basically not show off, not so much pseudo advertise, but you know, way to tag that without being you know, in your face, gaudy with it. Oh no, I'm not going to figure out the YouTube banner thing. They want me to upload in some big format, like full screen image. And then basically, depending on your screen, if it's on a TV, a web page, or a mobile app, you'll get a different chunk of the image. And I don't know how to put that logo and have it show up not weird on different formats. Oh, I see we're low on fuel. We got about a half hour's worth of fuel. Oh, we're good. We got 23 liters of fuel. We're burning a rate of about 40 liters an hour. Oh, well, that's good. That means it's subtle enough. It's not in your face. Yeah, usually I have my channel logo up in the corner. I've been doing that for a long time. Hey, Alex, Mav Plays, how you doing? And what is that? Anamolum. Oh, that's an interesting one. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, right there, I was using 50 some liters an hour. I guess I was going up a hill. I don't know how easy y'all can see those little numbers. Probably not very. But interesting fact, back in 2018, I had some YouTube channel decide they were going to basically re-upload my map videos and pass them off as their own. And they did this for, I don't know, maybe how many videos. It was a couple dozen. And I caught wind of it, and it was funny. They just copied the whole video, including the logo in the corner, which made it obviously extremely easy to dispute the claim with YouTube, basically saying they didn't even remove my logo from the corner. That's one reason why I kind of put the logo there. We're also using the more fuel usage mod. So we burn through fuel a lot faster than default. Probably at double the rate. Probably burned through a ton of fuel when I was baling. But Darren, where are you going to put the sleep trigger on that map? Are you going to put it in the ice cream shop? So you basically played along with the challenge grizz on this map. Sometimes, you know, playing outside of your norm be kind of helpful to pick up on things that you didn't realize or you wouldn't have done just based on your normal gameplay. Down to 19 liters of fuel. Running on fumes. Tanks listed at holding 430. Here we go. Alright, let's go fuel up. Here. Oh my, 28. It's 28 right next door. 28 is next door. I don't think we've ever did that field. It's up to you. Buy some fertilizer. Three bags of fertilizer. All right, 90 liters of fuel. Should hold us. It would probably take us 15 minutes to fill the whole tractor. How do we think we get into 8? Road over here? No. That's not how we get in the field. No. Oh, I'm still in 27. Get to it off of other road on the corner. Did I have hand pumps to fill your tractor? You mean way back when I was growing up? No, we had electric pumps. First we had, this was, we're talking 30 years ago. So we had in-ground fuel tanks, and they were hooked up to basically old gas pumps you would see at a gas station. They were older style gas pumps. They were hooked up to electric. You just pump, pull up, take the handle off the cradle, flip the switch up, and hop up on the tractor and open the cap and pump it in. And then at some point in time, we had to dig them up. Good old EPA. So we had to dig up the tanks, and basically then we painted them. We had to put them under they were obviously at that point above ground, so they built a closure for them. And at that point it was just a electric motor that mounted on top of the pump. That was later. That was kind of after I started going off to college. Of course, when they were above ground, then you had more evaporation you had to deal with. Obviously, the tanks got warmer, therefore the fuel's going to evaporate more. Oh, we're putting more fumes into the environment. Yeah, that makes sense, EPA. So, yeah, now we did have the harvester, because bringing it back to the farm to fuel up on a daily basis isn't always the most efficient. Carlos, I think it does. For my gameplay, when I use it, basically a good hard day's worth of work at 5 times speed will burn through a tank of fuel. So base game, you can play for like 12 hours, put 12 to 15 engine hours on tractor, and before you need fuel. And engine hours are real hours, whereas in-game hours are accelerated typically. So 12 real hours is usually 3 or 4 game days. And if you think about what you can accomplish without seasons for 3 or 4 game days, it's like you barely fuel up your tractors. So for me, the more fuel usage basically doubles the fuel usage. The way I understand it, just means you have to fuel your tractor up more. And for me, at 5 times speed, that's about every 4 or 5 game hours. And as a result of that, it feels a little bit more realistic having to fuel your tractor up daily. I mean, early on with this challenge, that was expensive. That was like $300 or $400 a day in fuel cost that I really didn't need. But if you're running your tractor for 5-6 hours a day, you're not going to be able to do that for multiple days without having to dump a lot of fuel in it. Ours were a crank, circular. And that pump was far older than me. 30. 33 is next. You got an ad? You should have got an ad when you came into the stream. You shouldn't have got an ad during the stream. Yeah, you should have got it. You should have had an ad at the start. Shouldn't have had one while you're watching. I think I can inject one. I think I can click on a button that says add ad and it pops one in, but the stream shouldn't have mid-rolls enabled. I think, what are your two favorite crops to grow? I like canola. I like sunflowers. To me, those are the two nicest looking crops in the field while they're growing. Not so much after they've grown. They don't really look so hot after when they're ready to harvest. Yeah, I like sunflowers and canola. Of course, I have no idea where I've fertilized and where I haven't. Kind of guessing. Loading screen. Okay, I guess pretty good. Uh, 36. 4. Wish these were listed in an order. 38. Done 38 before. Done 89 before. Right. And that one. 88. Oh, wait, I don't think we've done 88. 88. So tomorrow we might be streaming American Truck Sim. All depends on if new Western Star truck is released or not. I saw they put a post out on Twitter that the Western Star dealership is in Portland, Oregon. Earlier today, I fast traveled to Portland, all ready to go. Oh, that's pretty neat. That'd be a pretty neat concept. To stage the stage fields. Like I said earlier, I'm super excited to see what folks come up with. You know, it's almost like seeing those off of this field. Like seeing those dioramas you'll see on YouTube where people make little model farm scenes, and they'll build models of buildings, and you know, they'll put a little prop in, and they'll have models of tractors and stuff doing things. It's almost like that, only in game format. We really can't see what we're doing. We'll just GPS. Haven't used that for a while. That's the back of the pig farm. I think if I were going to play this map for realsies, I probably would play it as a pig farmer. This probably barley, oats. Oats. Oats are kind of a little less thick. Kind of how I pick up which one they are. Nice. So you get to see the nice colors. off in the distance. So somebody that we haven't seen a lot of recently on YouTube, there was a guy called Mark DuPont that did a lot of stuff in 17. Haven't really seen much of him in 19. But he played on West Coast, Bullet Bill map, and he did a series where basically he planted canola on the hillsides, on the hilly fields, kind of for that same aesthetic. I definitely don't use that browser, David. Oh, how do we get up to 15x? Um, 98. 98 an option is. That's nice because see, this is what I. Oh, brakes. But I don't understand. We've got these nice tire track details on this side of the fence, but over here, nothing. And here we have tires. Got these tire tracks here through this field, right? But then we get here, and then it's just nothing. Well, clearly you've got to drive over here. Why don't we have tire tracks over to here? Tire tracks over to there. But then when we get here, we have tire tracks into the field. It'd be nice to have seen those carried throughout. I mean, if this field was owned by the pig farmer, he's going to be coming down that back access road. There's going to be a path, probably around the field like this. And then there's going to be some dead area there where he's staging equipment and making his big turns to get into things. Same here, you know, he's going to come through the gate, come here along the hedge. When we get to the gate, and oh, well, there's tire tracks. Yeah, Speedy. I've got the dev mode on, and dev mode enables, well, I got cheats, dash cheats in the startup that enables things like speed run. So those are kind of hints to future map makers out there. The low level of details that take a map from 4.5 stars to 5. If I were ever to rate maps, people have asked me before why I don't rate maps. Really, I don't rate maps because, well, Honestly, my expectations change over time. So, you know, right after the game releases, maps come out. Honestly, I've got pretty low expectations. As people are learning the new concepts and learning how to do things the new way. Then after maps have been, or games been out for a while, those expectations kind of go up. Yeah, we can increase it to 45. That there were previous streams where I did that. But pretty much all these fields are they're not small, but not so massive that, you know, the difference between a 45-meter fertilizing spread and a 28-meter fertilizing spread is more than just a minute or two. Yeah, I mean, like, if you compare Marwell Manor, right? Was that his first 19 map? Compare Marwell Manor to whatever the most recent is. Most recent, Sandy Bay? I don't know. There's a stark difference. Eight. 3. I don't think we've ever done 93, honestly. No, we've done 95 before. Done 98 before. Maybe we've done 93. I don't know. Do it. Apparently he's working on 2, right? This would be a great grass field. Too bad it probably is 400,000. I mean, like here. You know, would there be a dirt road around this? Get to that other gate? Yeah, now, you know, to some degree I discount stills. Because stills can be touched up. Stills can be enhanced. So it'll be, you know, it's minimal expectations until it's so you can see it. Even to some degree, folks, you know, doing videos on YouTube, they could have custom shaders enabled, reshade, other things like that. We've done this. Did a harvest on this field. Lock that in. What's that? What's Ningham? $132. Need 153. I'm gonna get 9,800. This 150,000. 5, 9. 59. Let's see if 59 needs fertilizing. 59. Oh, of course not. Oh, almost sneezed. Almost didn't get the mutant time. That was a close one. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't get that stupid thing killed off. Chewing, what's chewing? Oh, the debates are over. Hey, dirty tractor, what's up? Yeah, I tabbed out in order to figure out what was trying to steal my frames. An Adobe update seems to happen right before 11 o'clock every night. But thought I killed it yesterday. I did not play Western Australia. It's just too big. I really don't play 4X maps. They're just too big for the amount of time that I have. I mean, if someone would have, if someone would make a 4X map that had standard sized fields, just had 4 times as many, that would be desirable, in my opinion. Maybe I, if Ningham is on the mod hub, then I've done a video on it. Doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, it's like these fields are pretty much, they're a pretty good size, you know? Other than some of these bigger ones. 15 acres, you know, 10 acres or less is pretty easy to do in a modest amount of time with modest sized equipment. Like these 70-acre fields, 50-acre fields that you see on 4X maps, they just take so long. It's like, hey, we're going to live stream for the next 3 hours harvesting one field. And only that one field. So if someone takes makes a 4X map with, I mean, like, so the Georgetown, New York was like that. It was a 4X map with a lot of 2X feel to it as far as fields go. I mean, there were a lot of fields, but it didn't go overboard with field sizes. I probably would have played that map, but I already had a commitment. One of those things, it's hard to commit to yeah, definitely I'm going to play that map after I'm done doing this. Say, you know, this commitment, then something else comes out and you're like, oh geez, oh, that other map looks nice. Okay. Yeah, it's like the map that came out today. I saw the name, I saw the map off there, and I immediately said to myself, I think I've seen this before. I went and searched YouTube, and boom, there it was. A year ago. I looked at the PDA of the... Looked at the PDA of... 89's across the street. I looked at the PDA and I'm like, you know, they're the same. I read the description, and it's basically he took the old map and made most of the farm sellable. Maybe changed a couple things around. I was like, no, this isn't video worthy. Same map. He's just getting more downloads. Yeah, gotta scale up on a 4X, but I mean, I don't know. The thrill of using big equipment's worn off. Oh, okay, I see that. Oops. So, like, that. Of course, if I do this. Here. Magic of moving logo. I need to line it up. That maybe. Lucrative labor achievement? What's that? Is that like 1,000 hours in game or something? Oh no, are we gonna run out of fertilizer? Oh man, we're gonna run out. Go. All right, let's go. Pallet. Finish this contract out. Buy that plot of land we've been wanting to buy for so long. Sell those bales off. Fast forward to tomorrow. See how much money we made. Then we'll call it a night. Anyone not familiar with what's going to be happening on Thursday, well, here's a little preview promo I put together. So that is what we're going to be doing starting Thursday. Multiplayer Pros versus Joe's Challenge. Terms and conditions have been changing slightly as we get closer to the start. Basically, we have 28 days to farm up to half of No Man's Land map. Map's going to be split down the middle. I don't even know which side we're going to get. But we have to build out some remnants of a farm with certain requirements. And then it's all down to how much cash do we have in the bank at the end. But we cannot own equipment. We must lease everything. So that is one of the interesting curveballs, is lease management. And no super cheap mods either. You can only use base game equipment or DLC mods for equipment. Go back to where we were. I don't know if it's going to be a coin toss or what we're doing. What's the left-hand side? How is that better? So we're cutting down all the trees. All the rocks have been removed. It is a no man's land strip down the middle that neither team is to cross. Oh, this is all Raznik's idea. I'm just gonna basically play and participate. I don't know, we can landscape. We can flatten out anything we want. Now there's a little bit of debate. Not quite set in stone yet as to if teams will start with half the map already owned, or if we're only going to start with a certain number of plots. I kind of thought we were going to start with minimal land ownage. So if we want to expand, we have to buy the land. Part of the challenge is what? Oh, I'm just short. Well, we won't be short in the morning after we sell the bales. Having to build the yard, lease the equipment. No season, so we can just roll fields. Why do we want to buy it lengthways? North to south? Why not buy it east-west? So we can have animals, but we can only have, I think, 1 or 2 types of animals. Interesting, I've noticed during the gameplay, this road has some unseen bumps. If you're driving along, you'll see the tractor just twitch. So we can only own 1 biogas plant per side. And that limits how much silage you could dump through the machine. The server's running at 1x speed during the day. At 9 p.m. it will jump to 120. We'll fast forward until 6 a.m. at which time it will cut back to 1x again. So that limits how much you can run through the biogas plant on any one given day. So looking at this tractor, we've really only owned 1 tractor the entire gameplay. This tractor's got almost 34 hours on it. So that kind of tells you how many hours we have on this game save. I thought we had a little more than that, but other than some harvest contracts where we ran the harvester, it's been the only tractor we've owned. So Grizz, we have to lease the gear. We can't own anything. Everything is leased. 1,000. The only stuff that's owned are the placeables. $12,000, so I need to get to 38. I'll drop it. The sell points are already put down. So there's a town that is down by the shop. The town is kind of neutral territory. It takes a long time to harvest spuds, and when you factor in the hourly lease cost, up here. One last time. Horse. So $18,000 from that. There we go. We finally own that piece of land. One to buy for ages. So guys, that is going to do us for Bessie Beneath the Debt-Free Farm Challenge. I think we did rather well for ourselves. If we were going to be playing this map for a longer period of time, we would be buying cows the first day of mid-summer. We've got plenty of time to earn money to buy cows, plenty of time to make silage for our cattle. Now that we have that other field, we could make it into silage. Get a pretty nice little bit of bales off of 6.88 acres, given the fact that we had 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically 9 acres there. Almost doubling our grass capacity with that field that we bought. So yeah, we'd be able to roll in some money pretty good, continue on the contracts, probably buy some more equipment. We're not borrowing equipment so often. Keep working through it. But what we're going to do is pros versus Joes come Thursday. And of course you guys are going to tell us what to do. And help yourselves. And that's why learn to ignore you. Yeah. So, don't worry. Don't hesitate to give advice. Of course, we've got our own game plan. May not be the winning game plan. But hey, we're going to have fun while we do it. So until next time, happy farming.